I don't dare you to dream. I dare you to do something about it.
Give it away!
That sounds good in theory, but how do I go about pursuing my dreams?
Never a dull moment at the J Show.
I want a show that's inspiring and authentic and just real. I want to make a difference. And media is my platform to do that.
We'll see you at the top. Starts with a state of mind. We'll see you at the top. Just leave your fears behind. If you believe it, you can achieve it. We'll see you, yeah, we'll see you at the top. See you at the top. Starts with a state of mind. We'll see you at the top. Just leave your fears behind. If you believe it, you can achieve it. We'll see you at the top.
How many of you believe that dreams come true? What does it take to make your dreams come true?
Believing in yourself,
Believing in yourself, what else?
working hard.
Working hard, what else? Persevering, never giving up.
Not
From the time I was a little girl, I loved entertaining others and had big dreams of using media to somehow make a difference. I also had dreams of Prince Charming and being a great wife and mom, but I didn't feel good enough. I had a lot of shame and guilt from my past, and I felt like because of that, my dreams would never come true. I abandoned those dreams, took a safer job as a motivational speaker in corporate America, and married a man who wasn't right for me. I had an epiphany in my life.
I can't encourage others to dream their dreams and have their destinies if I'm afraid of mine.
It is time to face my fears, leave my past behind, and start believing again. I'm really scared. It's easy to say, but it's very hard to do.
But the point to this exercise, Janee, is that we have been given the ability to help people the society is cast off.
When did I get all of this stuff?
One of the things that we've always appreciated about you, Janee, is that you are such a dreamer.
Probably a little too much at times.
If it's not a stretch for you, you're not growing.
It's hard for me to let go of some of the things I've held on to. They're just things. And many of them are actually painful memories for me. While they may be painful for me, they may be peaceful for others. When did I get all of this stuff? It's hard for me to let go of some of the things I've held on to. I'm wondering, out of all of this stuff, what do I actually want to take with me?
Silk flowers. I don't think they'll be going. It's kind of like a bad bouquet. Fairy tale wedding knot. Don't think that will be going. The elephant lamps from Mom. They're definitely coming.
Perhaps I might give it away, start over. Funny how when I close the door on some things, it allows another door to open. Hello, I'm Janee.
Nice to meet you, Janee.
Nice to
Welcome
meet
to
you.
Montgomery Plaza.
Thank you. Do you have keys for me?
I do.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
What I've learned over the years is that we don't have to do anything alone. People really are there to help us out. Just as Brent and Nancy from Total 360 Interiors are helping me decorate my new home. Others are helping me begin living my media dream. I finally had a chance to start with a blank canvas personally, just like my friend Janet had when she lost her job as a dental hygienist. Turns out, losing her job was the key ingredient in pursuing her passion.
I'm ready.
I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad to see you.
Good to see you.
Today we have cancer meals going out.
Okay.
And we have 8 entrees and we have 16 sides happening.
Wow.
And we'll be ready for delivery about 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay.
And we take them right across the street to Cancer Care.
So there's not a lot of female chefs and people who own their own restaurants. How did you get into it?
This was purely, the only thing that I can associate this with is this has got to be where God wants me to be, because it was all accidental and it happened so smoothly, it happened so easily. I was a victim of this, actually. I was a dental hygienist, and which is a very scientific, and I loved my patients. I was on my 3rd generation of patients.
Wow.
And I loved it, but it was very scientific and it wasn't very creative, and I had these vibes, these creative vibes inside of me begging to get out, and actually toward the end screaming to get out. And so it was time to make a change. And so when Carlo came back, he taught in Japan.
Carlo's your son.
Carlo is my son. He taught 3 years in Japan. He taught English. Then he taught 3 years in Mexico. And he came back, and I was very uneasy. And so we joined forces and decided, he asked me that question, he said that most people ask their graduating seniors, if you had to do something for the rest of your life, what would it be? And I said, I'd cook for people. Well, that's what you're passionate about.
Would you have ever thought that you could do what you love and make money?
You know, that was a difficult thing for me to get past. It almost seemed to be a bit obscene that I was going to cook for people for money, because I've cooked for people since I was a little girl, for birthdays, for funerals, for happy, sad, whatever. And I mean, very rarely, I never even charged them for the food. I just did it because I loved them and something was happening in their life.
Congratulations on your award.
So what is this road like for you?
It's emotional. Doesn't take me long to get started. I have a really soft spot in my heart for people, for animals. But the point to this exercise, Janee, is that we have been given the ability to help people. The society is cast off. But we know that God didn't make any junk. So there's something wonderful inside them, and some of them have forgotten it. They don't remember what it was. But we can pull it out of them. We can find it. We dig deep sometimes. But we can find it. And all of them have special talents, special skills, and a special way we need to deal with them. So it's been taking what society tells us is cast-offs and making them believe they're not, and showing them they're not, and they're not.
But it all started with you taking a chance on somebody.
Yeah, well, sure, because I know God didn't make garbage. So sometimes you got to dig a little bit, but I know there's good stuff in there. All I have to do is make them believe it. Once I make them believe it, then we're home free. I think that the 2 greatest days of your life are, number 1, the day you were born, and number 2, the day you find out why.
Janet and Z's Cafe works with programs like Cuisine for Healing to make a difference in their community. I use media to make a difference. It's a lofty goal, and I know it can be obtained. But how? Yet there are strong, capable women out there everywhere breaking glass ceilings. One of them is Mercedes.
When women are young and men are young, you have the energy, you have the passion, you have the strength. Go for it. Go for it.
We first have to believe in something. An individual who has no belief in anything will not accomplish anything.
And it was within 5 minutes of sitting down with Janee, I realized this is something really special.
As women, not all of us are taught to believe in ourselves and that we can do whatever we set our minds to. Yet there are strong, capable women out there everywhere breaking glass ceilings. One of them is Mercedes. She's a vice president with Kimberly-Clark International.
This is our KCI, Kimberly-Clark International office, you see a lot of products and brands, something, you know, that is our mission. Our mission is to lead the world in essentials for a better life.
She has a passion for being happy, making others happy, and believes women should ask for what they want. I think there's a lot I can learn from her.
The solution is just say it. Just request and try to express what you want to do, what works for you. And I've always done it.
Why do you think some women are afraid to do that?
I think there's a little bit lack of confidence, maybe. I believe that you know, it's difficult to generalize, but in general, the expectations that society has and puts on women versus men are very different.
I'm amazed at how Mercedes handles the pressure that society puts on women. And she's very clear to keep her family a priority, even when she's traveling.
Yes, I can see you now. My experience is that many times we believe, oh no, I'm not going to ask this because they will say no. I won't propose this because I'm going to have a no. Well, we are giving ourselves the no before we hear it. We are running through our life. Sometimes we need to stop a little bit and look at what opportunities are opening. And maybe, you know, I think many people and women, we just ignore those doors, we just ignore those opportunities. And I think even you know, saying, oh, you know, why? It seems like there's a neat idea here. I'm going to go and I'm going to pursue it. If it's not a stretch for you,
Yeah, there you go.
Very good.
Don't you think that's true in life, Mercedes, that like, if it's not a stretch for you, then we're too comfortable?
What a good point you're making, Janee. If it's not a stretch for you, you're not growing.
In your experiences of walking through those doors, have you ever been scared?
Yes. Yes, definitely, because you know, you get comfortable with yourself. We like being comfortable. Human beings like this relax of knowing your environment, knowing your challenges, and be comfortable. So when you open opportunities, you say, oh, you have something a little bit here in your stomach. Is this the right thing to do? So my message is, you know, to women in any condition, and women have, you know, a lot of family responsibilities, to say, rather than stopping yourself, getting out of, saying, I'm gonna change, I need to change my job. I say, okay, how can I do things differently? Obviously, it's not always possible, right? There are situations that might require us to move a little bit and come back. But at least, you know, give us the opportunity to say, I'm going to propose it, and I'm going to propose it in a way that is clear that this is important for me. Okay, what is my purpose in life? What would I like to see my tomb when I die? Would I like to see Mercedes was an executive? No, not really. So when we think a little bit about that, it allows us to define better the path we need to drive. And there's only one person who can drive oneself path. It is yourself. With help, you know, with help, of course with help. All human beings, we are connected, right? But what I would say, young women, don't limit yourself. Find yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself, because nobody can love yourself more than you can. And find your path little by little. We don't find the purpose of our life when we are 14 years old. But let's start walking and checking that this feels good here. I would also say be brave. Let's be. If we believe we can do it, let's say be brave. Do it. Go for it. We can always come back. That's the good news. Or most of the time, we can come back to another place. So be brave, and especially when you are young, When women are young and men are young, you have the energy, you have the passion, you have the strength. Go for it. Go for it. Don't let anybody stop you. Some of your program that you're making achieve, help people believe in their dreams. So thank you. I think having leaders in society that help individuals to get more confident, men and women, is an amazing role. So thank you for that, Janee.
Using media to make a difference is important to me, and she's right. I'm the one limiting myself. I'm in a new city, starting a new project, and I have a fresh outlook on life. Yet I still doubt myself sometimes. Am I really crazy to think that anything is possible if I only believe?
A roller coaster. It's fun, it's exciting, it's scary as heck.
They had it made for you.
Pursuing my dreams is definitely a journey and not a destination. There are times that I doubt and I need advice from people who know me best.
I remember my first Sunday here years ago, and the phrase believe, belong, become.
Yeah, that's an important concept, and it's kind of the path that we've all taken, that we first have to believe in something. Mm-hmm. An individual who has no belief in anything will not accomplish anything.
And what you believe to be true becomes a part of your heart, and your heart is what directs your course.
Well, and I know that certainly the road is not easy, and I've made some mistakes along the way, and I think many of those we've prayed through, cried through, those types of things. But through some of those mistakes and those maybe detours in life, what were some of the things that you noticed?
A growth and more of a determination to trust God.
Failure is never final unless we don't get back up. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we've always appreciated about you, Janee, is that you are such a dreamer.
Mm-hmm. Probably a little too much at times.
No, you've got to have a dream.
You're an incredible dreamer.
Someone once told me we have to go through it to get to it. It's really, really hard, and many times I feel like giving up. But I am holding on to the hope that anything is possible if you only believe. Do I have doubts? Absolutely. I've been let down a lot in my life. I've had big dreams fall through. And this time, I know is different. I have an incredible team of talented people working beside me, believing in me and this mission. They are here for me unconditionally. This keeps me going.
How I became involved in the Janee Show was through an introduction and an opportunity to go to lunch with Janee. And I remember that day in that I had no expectations, and it was within 5 minutes of sitting down with Janee I realized this is something really special. And regardless of what role I had a chance to play in it, I needed to be a part of it.
I really felt from the beginning that it was an opportunity for me to be able to work with someone on a personal assistant concierge basis. her vision of where she wanted to take the show, the people who she wanted to be involved with, the community is all kind of what Countdown Concierge is about too, building relationships. I admired her and wanted to be a part of whatever was ahead.
A roller coaster. It's fun, it's exciting, it's scary as heck, and rewarding.
I even have local businesses reminding me to believe in my mission and my dreams.
It's for you.
Are you kidding?
It's all yours.
The Reeds had it made?
They had it made for you.
This is mine?
It's yours. They want you to wear it.
Oh my gosh. You know, I think I've had so many things happen and a lot of bad surprises that I'm not so used to good surprises.
This is a good one.
My past does not determine my present. And most importantly, I am learning that truly
Anything is possible if you only believe.
Cheers, guys.